Right, next knowledge. And I've done a couple of videos on this one before, like Miles Christianus, or the Soldiers of Christ. Miles Christi. But as you can see, this Miles is Islam again. Islam again, right? Miles Christianus. So basically you can see that the armour of God metaphor, the armour of God is putting on the trans armour, right? Like the clothing and all that. And so you can see that all religion is basically the same thing. Christianity, Judaism, Islam, what have you. It's all the same trans stuff, right? Miles Christi, the Soldiers of Christ in America. So you can see what I mean. Basically, the Christianity was the Western branch of Islam. The trans program. You know what I mean? Lovely, innit? Again, the idea of the Christ, where you got the shirt. The shirt, like the chainmail shirt. It's like the armour of God. It's like the armour of God idea. Clothing the nakedness, like with the trans. Islam Christi, it's the same thing. And just like I said it was, this was the way to conquer the West. And Knights Templar again, man on the white horse, like with the Revelations book. Man on the white horse, or white man on the horse. It means like the white European becoming the trans. Like what these Africans practiced in that Moors. See, again, as I pointed out, there's zero difference between any of these religions that are in together. Again, this Milius idea, right? He's one of the sort of biggest names in cinema in the 20th century, right? Milius. And known as a Jew, right? Known as a Jew. They're known for Jew, but basically Milius. But basically Milius means Islam, right? Again, one of the cinematic Jews, Harold Ramis, Islam. Islam. So the Jews and the Islam is both, working in conjunction, like, 100%. And again, right, we got Miley Cyrus, right? Again, you can see the Islam code in this. And again, this one was aimed at like young people. Like getting them to follow in these type of ways of, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But as I've said before, like, like the supposedly the profane level, the Islam is about, against homosexuality and trans, and it's about killing people and beheading people and all this. Of course, this is all hex, because it's actually trans religion. The beheading aspect is about unity, as opposed to, physically chopping heads off and all that. It's about chopping off the small head type of thing. It's about unity and trans. So it encourages this type of thing. You being a read trans and all that. You see the I am code there, like. Of course, this thing is trans as hell, you know what I mean? It encourages homosexuality, trans, cross-dressing, it's what it's all about, like, The Montana, the mountain. And you see, in this read, this Lamis, the ancient Greek, was one of the leaders of the Satyas, who were the army of Dionysus in a campaign against India. So again, the Satyas, these Satyas are, they're the ones with goats' legs, and they're into sort of, all that type of perverted stuff, you know what I mean? Or Satya, real nature spirit, with ears and a tail resemble that of a horse, with permanent exaggerated erection, horse-like legs. You know what I mean? This is what the Islam's all about, see? Under that poor-faced, that pious exterior. It's about that type of thing, that type of thing, yeah. So basically, that's what you would call in the West. They would say that was the devil or something, you know what I mean? So basically, the thing is the devil and God. But that's always the case with these things anyway, They embody like the God, i.e., all this sort of, pure stuff, this pious, holier than thou and all this. And then the perverted aspect, which becomes like the devil or Satan or something. It's always the same, see what I mean? Satyas. In the Yarit is the Lamy girls, which must become Rakuten girls or something, the Lamy girls. So again, Islam idea. Like you're seeing the popularity of like Korean stuff in the West at this point. You're seeing all this sort of Korean stuff come about, all these, where like the male ones look like lasses, yeah, starting to take a hard like teenage pop groups and all that in the West. They're all, again, you got the Islamic code, right? So in South Korea, Islam is a minority religion, but it's still a sort of recognised religion with about 200,000 Muslims living in South Korea. So you know what I mean? The caliphate. So it's all over the world, you know what I mean? It's all over the world, like. Going back to the Miley Cyrus one, the Islamic. It's always sticking its tongue out, like on these photographs and that. It's always got its tongue out, the idea and all this on the, on these photos, right? Which is the Wakali, right? Qadi, like the caliphate, right? Caliphate. Of course, this is in a Hindu god or goddess, right? This is a Hindu goddess, but as we can see, Christianity, Judaism, Muslim, and all the same. It's all the same thing. It's all the same. All these religions is the same thing. It's trans takeover, trans takeover. On the way to Muslim caliphate. Again, caliphate. You can see how caliphate, that they were Greek myth, again, Greek myth. Another slightly interesting piece here, right? The Moirai personifications of fate. So Mua, like the Moors, Again, Greek ideas. Free Moirais. They were fates. Aisha, and that's the same as Muhammad's wife. Muhammad's child bride was called Aisha, right? You see how this stuff just all comes together, like it's, trans garbage, like, isn't it? There's Uranus. The parents of these fates was Uranus, who was obviously the one castrated. So there you go. As you can see here with fates, the fates like the caliphate, personifications of destiny. Three sisters, Clover, Lachesis and Atropos. Of course, love a game of chess. With the cis, the cis. And the parsi. Parsi, again, female personifications of destiny. Again, free witch's idea, So you can see how Masonic all this stuff is. Yeah. To the Masonic, the free Parsi. And the Barberini, like the Moors with the Berbers. Yeah. The Barber of Seville. Mortar. Of course, death, mortar, so Moors, Mauritania. Just where you got the Berbers, you got the Barber, and it means a beard. Beard, but of course beard means disguise idea, it means a disguise. So you can see how all these trans has gone in for a beard. And of course all these religions got put big beards in that, right? So the Berbers means like a beard, trans disguise type of thing. See here, Berber inhabitants. Moors, Maori or Berber inhabitants. Sweet told us the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. The fleet is the do with the boats, right? They do with the boats coming across the ocean and that, right? Todd is death, of course. Todd is death. Yeah. The Demon Barber. So you'll see that's Moorish. It's Moorish. Of course, a fleet is your nautical idea. I was they were ships and the fleet, you know what I mean? So you see River Fleet, those the London's subterranean rivers. First fleet brought the British colonists and convicts to Australia. Of course, Spanish Armada ideas, massive idea in it. And with the new knowledge about Moorish and King James and all that, this the Spanish Armada idea has to be viewed a bit different, doesn't it? Invincible Armada and that. So was this an Islamic fleet type of idea that basically got in, got in. It wasn't turned back on or beaten or defeated. It got in. You know what I mean? Spanish Armada. So very funny stuff, like. All this history has to be looked there, re-evaluated. The most fortunate fleet, has to be re-evaluated in light of this Moorish knowledge. See, this Moorish knowledge seems to shed light on it. One of the biggest pop groups in the 20th century thing was Fleetwood Mac, wasn't it? But imagery on that one, like a King James figure yet again, like a King James, I'd say that Mick Fleetwood pants. But again, it's like this sort of King James figure, he's a really posh rebel with the public school and that, the posh Eton or whatever, the wood, the voodoo, the wood, the voodoo. So, see what all this was about. Spencer, like Diana Spencer and Winston Churchill and all that. So these was a total hex group, like, with pure witchcraft.